Okay, buckle up, because we're about to embark on an epic journey into the labyrinthine world of female interest, decoded through the lens of both astute observation and a healthy dose of psychological insight. Forget your garden-variety dating advice, we're delving deep, uncovering the hidden meanings behind seemingly innocent questions, and equipping you with the knowledge to navigate the subtle signals of attraction. Prepare to have your perceptions recalibrated, your confidence boosted, and your understanding of the enigmatic female mind exponentially expanded. This isn't just about picking up cues, it's about cultivating genuine connection, fostering meaningful relationships, and becoming a more attuned and self-aware individual in the process. So, grab your metaphorical magnifying glass, sharpen your analytical skills, and prepare to unlock the secrets of attraction, one carefully crafted question at a time. We're not just talking about whether she's interested, but how she's showing it, and, even more importantly, what you can do to foster that interest into something real. Consider this your comprehensive guide to understanding the intricate dance of attraction, a symphony of unspoken cues and carefully chosen words, all orchestrated to determine if you're the right partner. Let's begin. Have you ever been caught in a conversational whirlpool with a captivating woman, a whirlwind of witty banter and engaging eye contact, only to be left afterwards swirling in a sea of uncertainty? Did you detect a flicker of interest in her eyes, or were you simply projecting your own desires onto a friendly interaction? Fear no more, because this is your comprehensive guide to deciphering the intricate code of female interest. We're not just skimming the surface of dating advice, we're diving deep into the psychology behind these interactions, analyzing the subtle nuances of language and behavior, and equipping you with the tools to navigate the often confusing world of attraction with confidence and clarity. Imagine yourself as an anthropologist, meticulously studying a foreign culture, observing the rituals and customs, and deciphering the hidden meanings behind every gesture and utterance. This is precisely the approach we'll be taking, dissecting the seemingly innocuous questions women ask, revealing the strategic intent behind their words, and empowering you to respond in a way that fosters genuine connection and mutual interest. We'll be exploring the top 10 questions women frequently deploy as subtle indicators of attraction, dissecting their underlying motivations, and providing you with actionable strategies to navigate these conversational crossroads with grace and confidence. Forget the generic dating advice and the tired clichés. This is a deep dive into the psychology of attraction, equipping you with the insight to understand what women are really asking, and empowering you to respond in a way that cultivates genuine connection. We will combine the knowledge from personal experience as well as expert advice to give you an insight into the inner workings of the female mind. Now, before we embark on this journey of discovery, let's address a critical point: the importance of genuine connection. While understanding the signals of attraction is undoubtedly valuable, it's essential to remember that building meaningful relationships requires more than just decoding hidden meanings. Authenticity, vulnerability, and genuine empathy are the cornerstones of any lasting connection. This guide is not intended to be a manipulative tool, but rather a means of enhancing your understanding of human interaction and fostering deeper, more authentic relationships. Remember, the goal is not to trick someone into liking you, but to create a space for genuine connection to flourish. Now, to support the fair use of the original content, the following will be about 40% video content and 60% original writing. To start, let's address the first, and perhaps most strategically deployed, question in the female arsenal: what's your type? The simplicity of this question is disarming, masking the complex intentions lurking beneath the surface. It's not merely a casual inquiry into your aesthetic preferences, it's a carefully calculated reconnaissance mission, designed to assess your compatibility and gauge your potential interest without revealing her own hand. Think of it as a sophisticated filtering mechanism, allowing her to determine whether she aligns with your stated preferences, and, more importantly, whether pursuing a connection with you is worth the emotional investment. The video correctly points out that this question taps into what psychologists call self-disclosure reciprocity. This is a fancy term for a simple concept: people tend to reciprocate vulnerability and openness. By asking about your type, she's implicitly revealing a small piece of herself, inviting you to do the same. It's a subtle dance of revelation, a carefully orchestrated exchange of information designed to build trust and rapport. But the real genius of this question lies in its ability to elicit information without explicitly stating her own intentions. She's not directly asking if you find her attractive, but she's subtly probing to see if she fits your ideal partner profile. The key here is to understand the underlying motivation behind the question. She's not just curious about your physical preferences, she's interested in your values, your personality traits, and your overall vision of an ideal partner. She's trying to determine if you're looking for someone who is adventurous, intellectual, nurturing, or driven, and whether she embodies those qualities. Moreover, this question serves as a litmus test for her own self-esteem. If your description of your ideal partner aligns with her characteristics, it provides a significant confidence boost, validating her attractiveness and reinforcing her belief that she has a chance with you. However, if your stated preferences deviate significantly from her own qualities, she can gracefully exit the conversation without feeling rejected, preserving her ego and avoiding potential disappointment. Now, let's delve into the art of crafting the perfect response to this deceptively simple question. The worst thing you can do is provide a generic, cliché-ridden answer, such as, "I like someone who is funny and intelligent." While these qualities are undoubtedly desirable, they lack specificity and fail to provide any meaningful insight into your true preferences. Instead, aim for a response that is both authentic and subtly flattering. Highlight qualities that you genuinely value, while also hinting at characteristics that she might possess. For example, you could say something like, "I'm drawn to people who are passionate about something, whether it's their career, their hobbies, or their beliefs. I also appreciate someone who is intellectually curious and has a good sense of humor." This response is specific enough to provide meaningful information, while also being broad enough to encompass a wide range of personalities. Furthermore, it subtly compliments her by implying that she might possess some of these desirable qualities. However, be careful not to overdo it with the flattery. Avoid showering her with insincere compliments, as this can come across as disingenuous and desperate. The key is to strike a balance between genuine appreciation and subtle suggestion. Also, pay close attention to her follow-up questions. If she responds with something like, "That sounds a lot like me," it's a clear indication that she sees potential compatibility and is actively trying to gauge your interest. This is your cue to reciprocate by asking about her type, creating a reciprocal exchange of information that fosters connection and builds rapport. In essence, "What's your type?" is more than just a casual question, it's a strategic maneuver designed to assess compatibility, gauge interest, and subtly pave the way for a deeper connection. By understanding the underlying motivations behind this question, and crafting a thoughtful and authentic response, you can transform a seemingly simple inquiry into a powerful opportunity to build rapport and cultivate attraction. Next, we dissect the second question, "Are you seeing anyone?" This query, seemingly straightforward, is a strategic probe into your availability, a subtle attempt to ascertain whether the field is clear for her to make her move. The video rightly highlights that this question is loaded with intent. It's not idle curiosity, it's a calculated assessment of your relationship status, a determination of whether she's competing with other potential suitors or has a clear path to your heart. She's essentially trying to determine if you're emotionally available, if you're already committed to someone else, or if you're open to the possibility of a new relationship. It's a subtle way of gauging your interest without putting herself in a vulnerable position, a strategic move to protect her ego and avoid potential rejection. Imagine her as a skilled chess player, carefully analyzing the board, assessing the position of each piece, and planning her next move. This question is her way of gathering information, of understanding the landscape of your romantic life, before committing to a course of action. The brilliance of this question lies in its ambiguity. It can be interpreted in multiple ways, allowing her to subtly probe your feelings without explicitly revealing her own. She's not directly asking if you're interested in her, but she's indirectly assessing whether you're open to the possibility of a relationship. The key here is to understand the underlying subtext of the question. She's not just curious about your dating history, she's interested in your current emotional state and your readiness for a new relationship. She's trying to determine if you're emotionally available, if you're still hung up on a past relationship, or if you're actively seeking a new partner. Furthermore, pay close attention to her body language and tone of voice. If she asks the question with a playful smile and a teasing glint in her eye, it's a strong indication that she's interested in you. However, if she asks the question with a more serious tone and a concerned expression, it might indicate that she's genuinely worried about your well-being. Now, let's explore the art of responding to this potentially loaded question. The most important thing is to be honest and direct. Avoid being evasive or ambiguous, as this will only create confusion and mistrust. If you're currently seeing someone, be upfront about it. There's no need to go into excruciating detail, but be clear about your relationship status. Honesty is always the best policy, even if it's not what she wants to hear. However, if you're single and available, don't just say no. This is a missed opportunity to subtly express your interest and potentially escalate the conversation. Instead, try something like, "No, not at the moment. I'm open to meeting someone special, though." This response is both honest and subtly suggestive, indicating that you're available and interested in finding a relationship. Furthermore, pay attention to her follow-up comments. As the video points out, if she responds with something like, "Oh, that's surprising," or "their loss," she's subtly expressing her interest and indicating that she sees you as a desirable partner. This is your cue to reciprocate by expressing your own admiration for her, creating a reciprocal exchange of compliments that fosters attraction. Ultimately, "Are you seeing anyone?" is more than just a simple question about your relationship status, it's a strategic inquiry into your availability and a subtle attempt to gauge your interest. By responding honestly and directly, and by paying attention to her body language and follow-up comments, you can navigate this potentially tricky question with grace and confidence, and potentially open the door to a deeper connection. The third question is, do you work out? This query goes beyond surface-level interest in your fitness regimen, delving into deeper psychological territories of attraction and perception. The video astutely points out the halo effect at play here. This cognitive bias suggests that positive impressions in one area, such as physical fitness, can influence perceptions in other areas, such as intelligence, competence, and social skills. By asking about your workout routine, she's not just interested in your physical appearance, she's subtly assessing your discipline, your commitment to self-improvement, and your overall health consciousness. It's a way of gauging your lifestyle and determining if you share similar values and priorities. Think of it as a subtle evaluation of your long-term potential as a partner. She's not just looking for a six-pack, she's looking for someone who is responsible, disciplined, and takes care of themselves. The brilliance of this question lies in its ability to elicit information without being overly direct or intrusive. She's not directly asking if you're a responsible person, but she's indirectly assessing your character through your commitment to fitness. The key here is to understand the underlying message behind the question. She's not just curious about your workout routine, she's interested in your values, your priorities, and your overall lifestyle. She's trying to determine if you're a responsible, disciplined, and health-conscious individual, someone who is capable of taking care of themselves and potentially others. Furthermore, pay attention to her tone of voice and body language. If she asks the question with a genuine interest and a supportive smile, it's a sign that she's genuinely impressed by your commitment to fitness. However, if she asks the question with a sarcastic tone or a critical expression, it might indicate that she's judging you for being too obsessed with your appearance. Now, let's explore the best way to respond to this seemingly simple question. Honesty is, again, key. Don't exaggerate your workout routine or try to portray yourself as something you're not. Be honest about your fitness habits and your commitment to self-improvement. If you do work out regularly, share your routine with enthusiasm and passion. Talk about the benefits you experience, both physically and mentally, and explain why you enjoy staying active. This will demonstrate your commitment to self-improvement and showcase your positive attitude towards health and wellness. However, if you don't work out regularly, don't be ashamed or defensive. Instead, acknowledge your lack of fitness and express your desire to improve. You could say something like, "I don't work out as much as I should, but I'm trying to get back into it. I know it's important for my health and well-being." This response shows that you're aware of your shortcomings and that you're committed to self-improvement, which is a highly attractive quality. Furthermore, take this opportunity to invite her to join you in your fitness endeavors. As the video suggests, if she responds with, "It really shows," it's a great opportunity to suggest working out together. You could say something like, "Thanks. Maybe we could hit the gym together sometime. I'm always looking for a workout buddy." This is a subtle way of suggesting a date and creating a shared experience that can foster connection and build rapport. In conclusion, "Do you work out?" is more than just a question about your fitness routine, it's a strategic assessment of your character, your values, and your overall lifestyle. By responding honestly and enthusiastically, and by inviting her to join you in your fitness endeavors, you can transform this seemingly simple question into a powerful opportunity to build rapport and cultivate attraction. This leads us to the fourth question in the list, which is, what do you like to do for fun? This question is a strategic exploration of your personality, your interests, and your compatibility, a subtle attempt to uncover common ground and assess the potential for shared experiences. The video aptly highlights the similarity attraction effect, a psychological principle suggesting we're naturally drawn to people who share our interests and values. By inquiring about your hobbies and leisure activities, she's looking for points of convergence, for activities and passions you both enjoy, which can serve as the foundation for a deeper connection. Think of it as a carefully crafted fishing expedition, designed to uncover hidden treasures of shared interests and compatibility. She's casting her net, hoping to reel in common ground and discover activities you can both enjoy together. The brilliance of this question lies in its open-endedness. It allows you to showcase your personality, your passions, and your unique perspective on life, giving her a glimpse into your world and allowing her to assess whether she wants to be a part of it. The key here is to understand the underlying objective behind the question. She's not just trying to kill time or make polite conversation, she's genuinely interested in learning about your passions, your hobbies, and your overall lifestyle. She wants to determine if you have similar interests, if you enjoy the same activities, and if you have the potential to enjoy each other's company. Furthermore, pay close attention to her reactions to your answers. If she responds with enthusiasm and excitement, it's a clear indication that she's genuinely interested in your hobbies and that she sees potential for shared experiences. However, if she responds with indifference or disinterest, it might indicate that you have fundamentally different interests and values. Now, let's explore how to respond to this potentially revealing question. The key is to be authentic and genuine. Share your passions with enthusiasm and excitement, allowing your personality to shine through. Talk about the activities you enjoy, the reasons why you love them, and the positive impact they have on your life. This will not only showcase your personality but also give her a glimpse into your world and allow her to assess whether she wants to be a part of it. However, avoid bragging or boasting about your accomplishments. Focus on the joy and fulfillment you derive from your hobbies, rather than the accolades you've received. Humility and authenticity are always more attractive than arrogance and self-promotion. Furthermore, pay attention to her reactions and tailor your responses accordingly. If she expresses interest in a particular hobby, delve deeper into that topic and share more details. If she seems uninterested in a particular activity, move on to something else that might pique her interest. The goal is to find common ground and create a connection based on shared interests. Also, as the video points out, if she responds with something like, "That sounds fun. I've always wanted to try that," she's actively seeking opportunities to spend time with you and explore these interests together. This is a clear invitation to suggest a date or activity that you can both enjoy. You could say something like, "You should definitely try it. Maybe we could go together sometime. I know a great place to," insert activity here. In summary, what do you like to do for fun, is more than just a casual conversation starter, it's a strategic exploration of your personality, your interests, and your compatibility. By responding authentically and enthusiastically, and by tailoring your responses to her reactions, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build rapport and cultivate attraction. The fifth question, and one that reveals a lot about the asker, is, do you like to cook? This query transcends mere culinary curiosity, tapping into deeply ingrained societal expectations and subtly assessing your potential as a domestic partner. The video appropriately points out that this question taps into social role theory, which posits that certain skills, like cooking, are often perceived as attractive qualities in a partner, regardless of gender. While traditional gender roles are evolving, the ability to prepare a nourishing meal is still often seen as a desirable trait, signaling competence, responsibility, and a willingness to contribute to the well-being of a household. By asking if you enjoy cooking, she's not just interested in your culinary skills, she's subtly assessing your level of domesticity, your ability to care for yourself, and your potential to contribute to a shared home environment. It's a way of gauging your long-term compatibility and determining if you share similar values regarding home and family. Imagine her as a meticulous home inspector, carefully assessing the foundation of a potential partnership. This question is her way of checking the plumbing, ensuring that you possess the basic skills necessary to contribute to a healthy and functional household. The brilliance of this question lies in its seemingly innocuous nature. It's a casual inquiry that doesn't feel overly intrusive or demanding, yet it reveals a wealth of information about your character and your potential as a partner. The key here is to understand the underlying expectations behind the question. She's not necessarily expecting you to be a Michelin-starred chef, but she is interested in your ability to prepare a simple, healthy meal. She wants to know if you can take care of yourself, if you're capable of contributing to a shared home environment, and if you share similar values regarding food and family. Furthermore, pay attention to her follow-up questions and comments. If she asks about your favorite dishes or your cooking techniques, it's a sign that she's genuinely interested in your culinary skills. However, if she makes a joke about your cooking abilities or expresses skepticism about your culinary prowess, it might indicate that she's teasing you or testing your confidence. Let's explore the most effective way to respond to this potentially loaded question. Honesty and humility are the best approach. Don't exaggerate your culinary skills or try to portray yourself as a gourmet chef if you're not. Be honest about your cooking abilities, whether you're a seasoned pro or a complete novice. If you enjoy cooking, share your passion with enthusiasm and excitement. Talk about your favorite dishes, your cooking techniques, and the joy you derive from preparing meals for yourself and others. This will demonstrate your competence, your creativity, and your willingness to contribute to a shared home environment. However, if you don't enjoy cooking, don't be ashamed or defensive. Instead, acknowledge your lack of culinary skills and express your willingness to learn. You could say something like, "I'm not much of a cook, but I'm always willing to try new things. Maybe you could teach me a few recipes." This response shows that you're open-minded, willing to learn, and that you value her skills and knowledge. And, as the video suggests, if she responds with, "You'll have to cook for me sometime," she's essentially inviting herself over for a date without actually asking. This is a clear indication that she's interested in spending more personal time with you and that she sees potential for a deeper connection. Embrace this opportunity and suggest a specific date and time for a cooking session. You could say something like, "I'd love to cook for you sometime. How about next Saturday night? We could make, insert dish here, together." In essence, "Do you like to cook?" is more than just a question about your culinary skills, it's a strategic assessment of your domesticity, your competence, and your potential as a partner. By responding honestly and humbly, and by embracing the opportunity to share your culinary skills or learn from her, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build rapport and cultivate attraction. The sixth question on the list requires a bit of creativity, and that is, what's your ideal date? This question is not just a whimsical inquiry into your romantic fantasies, it's a strategic exploration of your values, your preferences, and your overall compatibility, a subtle attempt to paint a picture of a shared future. The video accurately points out the use of visualization. By prompting you to describe your perfect date, she's encouraging you to create a mental image that could potentially include her. She's subtly planting the seed of a romantic connection, inviting you to imagine a future together. Think of it as an elaborate invitation to step into your imagination, to co-create a romantic scenario that could potentially become a reality. She's handing you the brush, inviting you to paint a picture of your perfect date, hoping that she'll find herself included in the scene. The brilliance of this question lies in its ability to reveal your true personality and your values without being overly direct or intrusive. She's not directly asking if you're a romantic person, but she's indirectly assessing your values and your preferences through your description of your ideal date. The key here is to understand the underlying message behind the question. She's not just interested in your superficial preferences, such as your favorite restaurant or your ideal activity. She's interested in your values, your priorities, and your overall vision of a romantic relationship. She wants to know if you're a thoughtful, considerate, and adventurous person, someone who is capable of planning a meaningful and enjoyable date. Furthermore, pay close attention to her reactions to your answers. If she responds with enthusiasm and excitement, it's a clear indication that she shares your values and preferences and that she sees potential for a romantic connection. However, if she responds with indifference or disinterest, it might indicate that you have fundamentally different values and that you're not a good match. To navigate this question successfully, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, be creative and imaginative. Don't just describe a generic dinner and a movie. Think outside the box and come up with a unique and memorable date that reflects your personality and your values. Consider incorporating activities that you're passionate about, or exploring new experiences that you've always wanted to try. Second, be thoughtful and considerate. Focus on creating an experience that is enjoyable and meaningful for both of you. Consider her interests and preferences when planning your ideal date, and make sure to include elements that will make her feel special and appreciated. Third, be genuine and authentic. Don't try to impress her with extravagant gestures or superficial displays of wealth. Focus on creating a genuine connection and sharing a meaningful experience. The most memorable dates are often the ones that are simple, authentic, and heartfelt. And, as the video suggests, if she responds with, "That sounds perfect," or "I love that idea," she's expressing genuine interest and potentially scheduling future dates in her mind. This is a clear invitation to suggest a specific date and time for your ideal date. You could say something like, "I'm glad you like it. How about we make it a reality? Are you free next weekend?" In conclusion, what's your ideal date, is more than just a whimsical question, it's a strategic exploration of your values, your preferences, and your overall compatibility. By responding creatively, thoughtfully, and genuinely, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build rapport and cultivate attraction. Let's move to question 7, what's your love language? This question is a sophisticated exploration of your emotional needs and preferences, a subtle attempt to understand how you express and receive affection. The video rightly emphasizes the importance of emotional intelligence. By asking about your love language, she's demonstrating a willingness to understand your unique emotional needs and to tailor her expressions of affection to your specific preferences. She's essentially asking for the cheat codes to your heart, seeking to unlock the secrets to your emotional fulfillment. Think of it as a carefully crafted treasure hunt, designed to uncover the hidden pathways to your heart. She's handing you a map, asking you to guide her to the treasure, knowing that the reward will be a deeper and more meaningful connection. The brilliance of this question lies in its ability to foster empathy and understanding. By discussing your love languages, you're both opening yourselves up to a deeper level of vulnerability and creating a space for mutual understanding and support. The key here is to be honest and open about your emotional needs. Don't be afraid to express your preferences and to explain how you best receive affection. This will not only help her understand you better but also create a stronger foundation for a lasting and fulfilling relationship. Furthermore, pay close attention to her own love language. As the video suggests, if she starts talking about her own love language right after, she's giving you a guide on how to win her over. This is a clear indication that she's interested in understanding your needs and in meeting your emotional requirements. What is the best way to answer this question? First, be knowledgeable about the 5 love languages. If you're not familiar with the concept, take some time to research the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Understanding the 5 love languages will help you identify your own preferences and better communicate your needs to your partner. Second, be honest and specific about your own love language. Don't just say, "I like to be told that I'm loved." Be specific about the types of words of affirmation that resonate with you. Do you prefer compliments about your appearance, your intelligence, or your accomplishments? The more specific you are, the easier it will be for her to understand your needs and meet your emotional requirements. Third, be reciprocal and understanding of her love language. Once you've shared your own love language, take the time to understand hers. Ask her questions about her preferences and listen attentively to her responses. Show her that you're genuinely interested in understanding her needs and meeting her emotional requirements. And, as the video suggests, pay attention to her follow-up comments and actions. If she starts to incorporate your love language into her interactions with you, it's a clear sign that she's genuinely interested in you and committed to building a fulfilling relationship. In conclusion, what's your love language is more than just a casual question, it's a sophisticated exploration of your emotional needs and preferences. By responding honestly, openly, and reciprocally, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build empathy, foster understanding, and cultivate a deeper connection. The 8th question in our list of inquiries is, do you believe in soulmates? This question transcends the realm of logic and reason, delving into the mystical and romantic depths of the human heart, a subtle attempt to gauge your openness to a deep, meaningful connection. The video correctly identifies the romantic nature of the question. By asking if you believe in soulmates, she's not just interested in your philosophical beliefs, she's interested in your capacity for love, your openness to vulnerability, and your willingness to believe in the possibility of a profound and lasting connection. She's essentially testing the waters of your heart, probing to see if you're open to the idea of a connection that transcends the ordinary, a connection that is destined to be. Think of it as a carefully crafted test of faith, designed to determine if you're a believer in the power of love and the possibility of a soulmate connection. She's holding up a mirror, asking you to reflect on your beliefs about love and destiny, hoping that you'll share her vision of a romantic connection that is written in the stars. The brilliance of this question lies in its ability to reveal your core beliefs about love and relationships without being overly direct or intrusive. She's not directly asking if you're looking for a serious relationship, but she's indirectly assessing your values and your expectations regarding love and commitment. The key here is to be honest and authentic about your beliefs, whether you're a staunch believer in soulmates or a more pragmatic skeptic. Don't try to tailor your response to what you think she wants to hear. Be true to yourself and express your genuine beliefs about love and destiny. Now, what is the best way to answer this question? First, be clear about your own beliefs. Take some time to reflect on your own beliefs about soulmates. Do you believe in the existence of a soulmate connection? Do you believe that love is destined, or do you believe that it's a matter of choice and compatibility? Understanding your own beliefs will help you articulate your thoughts more clearly and confidently. Second, be respectful of her beliefs, even if they differ from your own. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, it's important to be respectful of her beliefs. Avoid being dismissive or judgmental, and instead, try to understand her perspective. Acknowledge the validity of her beliefs and express your willingness to discuss the topic further. Third, be open to the possibility of a deeper connection. Even if you don't believe in the traditional concept of soulmates, you can still express your openness to a deep, meaningful connection. Emphasize the importance of shared values, mutual respect, and genuine compatibility in building a lasting and fulfilling relationship. And, as the video suggests, if she responds with something sweet like, "I think I found mine," she's casting herself as your potential soulmate. This is a clear indication that she's romantically inclined and sees potential in your relationship. Embrace this opportunity and express your own admiration for her, creating a reciprocal exchange of affection that fosters intimacy and deepens the connection. In closing, do you believe in soulmates, is more than just a philosophical question, it's a subtle exploration of your beliefs about love and destiny. By responding honestly, respectfully, and openly, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build intimacy, foster connection, and cultivate a deeper appreciation for the mysteries of the human heart. Let's move on to the 9th question, what's your biggest turn-on? This question marks a distinct shift in the conversational landscape, venturing into the realm of intimacy and desire, a subtle attempt to gauge your passions and potentially ignite a spark of attraction. The video aptly identifies the use of sexual priming. By bringing up the topic of turn-ons, she's subtly shifting the conversation to a more intimate level, creating a space for vulnerability and exploring the potential for physical attraction. She's essentially testing the waters of your desire, probing to see what excites you and potentially igniting a spark of attraction between you. Think of it as a daring plunge into the depths of your desire, a carefully calculated risk designed to gauge your passions and potentially awaken a shared sense of excitement. She's handing you the key to her curiosity, inviting you to unlock the secrets of your desire, hoping that she'll find herself reflected in your response. The brilliance of this question lies in its ability to reveal your true desires and preferences without being overly explicit or vulgar. She's not directly asking if you're attracted to her, but she's indirectly assessing your values and your expectations regarding intimacy and physical attraction. The key here is to be honest and authentic about your desires, but also to be respectful and considerate of her feelings. Avoid being overly graphic or objectifying, and instead, focus on expressing your appreciation for her beauty, her intelligence, and her overall character. How do you respond to a question like this, anyway? First, be mindful of your language and tone. Choose your words carefully and avoid being overly explicit or vulgar. Focus on expressing your appreciation for her beauty, her intelligence, and her overall character. Use language that is respectful, considerate, and evocative, creating a sense of intimacy and connection. Second, be honest and authentic about your desires. Don't try to tailor your response to what you think she wants to hear. Be true to yourself and express your genuine desires and preferences, but do so in a way that is respectful and considerate of her feelings. Third, be attentive to her reactions and cues. Pay close attention to her body language, her facial expressions, and her verbal responses. If she seems uncomfortable or hesitant, back off and change the subject. If she seems receptive and engaged, you can explore the topic further, but always be mindful of her boundaries and her comfort level. And, as the video suggests, if she takes mental notes or responds with curiosity, she's updating her playbook, trying to figure out how to impress you and make herself more attractive in your eyes. This is a clear indication that she's interested in you and wants to explore the potential for a deeper connection. Embrace this opportunity and express your own admiration for her, creating a reciprocal exchange of attraction that fosters intimacy and ignites the spark of desire. In summary, what's your biggest turn-on, is more than just a casual question, it's a subtle exploration of your desires and preferences. By responding mindfully, honestly, and attentively, you can transform this question into a powerful opportunity to build intimacy, foster attraction, and cultivate a deeper appreciation for the mysteries of desire. Finally, we get to the 10th and perhaps most decisive question, do you want to grab a coffee sometime? This question transcends the realm of subtlety and ambiguity, venturing into the territory of direct invitation, a clear indication of interest and a subtle attempt to initiate a more personal connection. The video correctly identifies this as a low-risk invitation. By suggesting a casual coffee date, she's minimizing the pressure and creating a relaxed and informal setting for you to get to know each other better. It's a strategic move to gauge your interest without being overly forward or demanding. Think of it as a gentle nudge, a carefully calibrated push designed to initiate a connection and explore the potential for a relationship. She's extending her hand, inviting you to step into her world, hoping that you'll reciprocate with a gesture of your own. The brilliance of this question lies in its simplicity and its ambiguity. It's a casual invitation that doesn't feel overly demanding, yet it clearly signals her interest in spending time with you and getting to know you better. The key here is to recognize the significance of the invitation and to respond in a way that is both enthusiastic and respectful. Don't take the invitation lightly, and don't assume that it's just a friendly gesture. Acknowledge her interest and express your own enthusiasm for spending time with her. So, what is the best way to respond to a straightforward question like this? First, be enthusiastic and appreciative. Express your gratitude for the invitation and let her know that you're excited about the prospect of spending time with her. Use language that is positive, upbeat, and enthusiastic, creating a sense of excitement and anticipation. Second, be specific and proactive about scheduling the date. Don't just say, "Sure, that sounds great." Propose a specific date, time, and location for the coffee date. This demonstrates your genuine interest in spending time with her and shows that you're willing to take the initiative to make it happen. Third, be flexible and accommodating to her preferences. If she suggests a specific date, time, or location that doesn't work for you, be willing to negotiate and find a compromise that works for both of you. This demonstrates your respect for her time and her preferences and shows that you're willing to be flexible and accommodating in the relationship. And, as the video suggests, if she adds, "Or we could do dinner, if you prefer," she's offering a range of options, hoping to spend more time with you. This flexibility indicates that she's genuinely interested in getting to know you better and is open to different settings. Embrace this opportunity and suggest a specific date and time for either coffee or dinner, depending on your preference. You could say something like, "Coffee sounds great. How about next Thursday afternoon?" Or, "If you're free on Saturday night, we could do dinner instead." By being enthusiastic, proactive, and flexible, you can transform this simple invitation into a powerful opportunity to build rapport, foster connection, and potentially initiate a lasting and fulfilling relationship. In conclusion, remember the keys to unlock the potential of female interest. These 10 questions are more than mere conversation starters. They are carefully crafted probes, strategic inquiries designed to assess compatibility, gauge interest, and potentially pave the way for a deeper connection. By understanding the underlying motivations behind these questions, and by crafting thoughtful, authentic, and enthusiastic responses, you can transform these seemingly simple inquiries into powerful opportunities to build rapport, foster connection, and cultivate attraction. But remember, building meaningful relationships requires more than just decoding signals and crafting clever responses. Authenticity, vulnerability, and genuine empathy are the cornerstones of any lasting connection. Be true to yourself, be open to sharing your thoughts and feelings, and be genuinely interested in understanding her perspective. Relationships.